Okay.
It is clear, sir.
Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes, sir. Good. All right. So let's get started then. Now, today, MS 1100, Intro to Mechanical Materials and Aerospace. And let's start with the instructors. Get to know them. Oke, kenalan dong ya sama orang-orang yang akan menangani kuliah ini. Oke, I'm sure you have met Pak Sandro. Okay, he is the chair of the Mechanical Engineering Study Program. Okay, so Pak Sando officially will be the instructor for class 01. And next, Pak Rianto, right? Pak Rianto, the chair of the Aerospace Engineering Study Program. He will take care of class 02 officially. And Bu Mar, the only female in this group, she will handle class 03, and as you might know, she is the chair of the materials engineering department, or sorry, study program. Whereas I'm taking care of class 04, right? Although it doesn't really matter, doesn't make any difference. Ya, jadi sebetulnya sih ini pembagian lebih untuk administrasi saja. Kenapa? Karena kan kuliahnya digabung. So you are merged in one big class for the sessions and also for the grading. So there is no difference between class 01, 02, 03, and 04, right? As per the coordinator of this class is Pak Ferry, okay? He's the youngest in the group, so please say hi to Pak Ferry. He will always be around. You need anything, and just ask him to provide you with the information, whatever, okay? Jadi coba dada-dada sama Pak Ferry. Pak Ferry, apa kabar siang ini? Pak Ferry masih ada di sini, ya. Minggu lalu Pak Ferry agak bentrok kuliahnya, conflict of schedule, but today he's with us. All right, so with those faces, names for the instructors and the coordinator, let's move to the most important part for you guys, grading. All right. Okay, so there'll be three aspects of the grading. The first is your attendance. Maybe 5%, I don't know. It depends on Pak Ferry eventually, okay? But 30% is for attendance and reports. So what is the meaning of report? Starting from today's session, after every session, you need to submit a report, okay? It's better typed. It's much easier for us to see and grade your report if it is well typed. Jadi pakailah itu word processor apa saja, ya. The maximum number of pages is two pages. So 2 pages max, minimum obviously 1 page. Single page minimum, maximum 2 page. Not including cover. If you provide cover, that's a separate page. Okay, but if you just put your name on the upper right corner or upper left corner, whatever, then you can take that into account. Okay, just type your name and student ID somewhere in the report, and it's due before, okay, before the next session. So you have about 1 week to complete the report. Ya, jadi setiap akhir kuliah kalian wajib membuat laporan 1-2 halaman maksimum dan nanti disubmit. So you need to submit your reports, and I will open slot for you to send in your assignment, your reports. Just like the other instructors, they will also open a slot in maybe EduNext. We'll give it a try. First, we try EduNext. So you submit your report through EduNext. Okay, and the format, we encourage that you use PDF format. Okay, but it's up to you as long as we can access your report. Jadi kalau nggak PDF ya, misalnya MS Word ya boleh lah, ya. Asal pokoknya kita bisa baca aja. Ya. So that will be 30%. Okay, and next comes midterms. You will have 2 midterms, 35% each. Ya, jadi ada 2 ujian, masing-masing 35%. So based on your accumulated result, attendance reports, midterms, we will assign a grade for you. And it will be decided by the coordinator. Jadi semuanya nanti dikumpulkan, dibuat bracketing gitu ya, penentuan A itu antara berapa sampai berapa, A, B, dan seterusnya. Nanti diputuskan oleh tim yang dikoordinir oleh Pak Ferry. Ya. So it's not, I don't have any possibility to favor you guys. All right. So considering that you are in my class, let's give 100. All right. No way, Jose. Yeah. So everything will be decided by the coordinator in a fair and square way. Yeah. So please remember this: attendance. Check yourself in. I need to perform a self-attendance. But there's another way that you can show your attendance, which is through EduNext, and write a short comment. Okay, in the comment you type, I am here, Pak. Okay, I was attending your lecture, Pak. That should be enough. Okay, comment on the second module, second week, and it will automatically be registered in 6. Now, this is the way it's supposed to be. And I'm going to give it a try. If not, then I'll assume everybody in my class is present. That will be easy. Ya. Jadi kalau ternyata, nggak jalan itu Pak, komen nggak masuk langsung ke 6, ya udah, saya anggap aja semuanya masuk, susah amat. Ya. For today only. Next week will be different. Okay? Because I haven't gotten the chance to activate the self-attendance, but it's okay. All right. Right. So after grading, then agenda. Okay. So you will have roughly 13 weeks of activity. 13 weeks out of 16. So that's a good news, right? So you still have maybe 2 or 3 weeks free by the end of the term to take care of your exams, preparation for the final exams for the other classes. Okay, so week 1 has passed. Now week 2 and week 3, etc., up to week 13. Now the only day that you might want to take note is the week 6, the first midterm, which is tentatively will be on October 1st, and the second midterm, which will be on December 3rd, and they will be in class exam, meaning the timing will be exactly as the session. For example, today, Friday from 2 to 4. So the same hour, same slot, we will use that for the midterm. The detail of the midterm will be announced prior to the meeting. Okay, so don't worry too much, but at least try to be fit. Okay, don't have anything silly by October 1st and December 3rd. Okay, but at any rate, if something happened, don't worry. Okay, talk to us. We'll find a way out. Ya, jadi sebaiknya sih kalian sehat pada, ya semua juga berharap sehat terus ya. terlepas dari pandemic situation. I hope you are all okay. So October 1st, December 5th. Okay. And the rest, you just enjoy the session. If you miss the session, you still have the recording. Ask Pak Ferry for the recording. And you can still write your report. Isn't that nice? So next, ITB at glance. I have uploaded the link to, I think, two movies about ITB. You can browse over the internet. Why? Because the first midterm will assess, among others, your general knowledge about ITB. Okay. Pengetahuan umum tentang ITB. Now, I know you've just been a student at ITB for maybe second week, right? So not more than 2 weeks. So let me check how good is your knowledge about ITB. Oke, jadi sekarang mari kita coba. Ya, kita tes. Saya akan memberikan beberapa pertanyaan. Ini kuis nih, kuis. Tapi bukan kuis yang ada angkanya, cuman ada hadiahnya. Oke. So, get ready to send your answer through chat. Kan ada chat tuh di atas tuh Zoom ya. Klik chatnya, terus ketik aja jawabannya di situ. So, who gets to answer accurately and in a fast manner will receive souvenir from FMEI or FTMB. Jadi yang nanti paling cepat dan benar itu akan dicatat nanti ya. Terus sudah bareng tuh nggak bisa semuanya, 200 mah habis kita ya. Budgetnya nggak nyampe. Tapi kalau nanti benar, yang paling cepat dan benar, regardless of connection, okay? We don't care about connection, but as long as you submit your answer correctly in a fast manner, then you get a souvenir. We'll send you the souvenir by expedition. Ya, banyak lah tukang-tukang kirim ya. Zaman sekarang kan online bisnis semuanya, gampang lah ngirim hadiah ya. Okay, so get ready for the first question. Now this guy used to be my friend. Well, we are vice dean for administrative stuff, but later on he was admitted and selected by the new rector to accompany her as the vice rector for academic affairs. Question is, who is his name? Type his name. Okay. Ya, silakan Pak Ferry. Ini coba kita chatnya siapa aja nih? Wih, ada yang lengkap. Lumayan.
Sudah banyak, Pak.
Okay, semua yang paling atas ya. So, who gets the fastest and those who are on top. Yeah, great. So, because if you are in school, then he's the first one that you should contact because he is the lender of the last resort. Ya, jadi kalau urusan akademik, kemana lagi kalau kita nggak nengok ke Pak Jaka lah ya. Karena dia yang bisa membantu kalian. Ya, di bawahnya ada direktur pendidikan, academic director. He's mechanical engineering faculty member, jadi bisa kong kali gong lah kita ya. Ada Pak Arif tuh. Ya. Tapi kalian harus mengingat-ingat dua orang ini. Karena kalau yang lain-lain dimintai tolong mungkin agak jauh. Tapi kalau Pak Jaka, Pak Arif ya, itu yang paling dekat. Okay, so next question. That's good. Okay. Next question is, I know you are not supposed to browse coming around the complex, but just in case you notice or you grew up in ITB, what is the name of this building? Ada yang dapat ya? Oh iya.
Sudah banyak, Pak.
Ya, main library. Oke, perpustakaan pusat. Kalau ini kasih perpustakaan, ya perpustakaan pusat. Karena perpustakaan mungkin ada banyak, ada yang lokal juga. FTMD punya. We have our own library. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, so next question. We have on and off G, multi-campus. Okay. Now, excluding Jatinangor, where else can you find the off G? Jadi kampus TB kan udah multi kampus sekarang nih. Wih, ada di mana ya. Nah, selain di Jatinangor ada di mana lagi? Yang udah jalan ya, bukan yang masih rencana. Rencana banyak. Pabrik teks sana banyak. Coba pengen tahu. Oh iya. Okay. Good. It seems you are quite knowledgeable. The last quiz. The last question. Okay. All right. So it's now you know that all the study programs within FMAE or FTMD, they are internationally accredited. Okay, so by which accreditation board? Ya, kan kita dapat akreditasi internasional tuh. Ya. Siapa yang ngasih, yang memberi kita akreditasi internasional? Coba. Oh iya ada. Alright. Yeah, you got it, man. Asin. It's not the reverse of pahit or manis, okay? It's Azin. It's from Germany. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So let's give applause. Okay, you are good. Then expect to see those questions as part of the first midterm. Ya, jadi kalau nanti ujian pertama itu ya antara lain pertanyaan ya tentang ITB itu ya. So please pay attention to the materials. So next comes academic rules or regulation. Okay, academic rules or regulation. Now, anybody has downloaded the newest version of academic rules? Udah pada download? Coba raise hand yang udah download.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Ah, you should, okay. So, ada Bramantio. Wah, ya, good. Jadi masih sedikit ya. So, why don't you go to 6, the homepage of 6. Jadi, yang paling depan, homepage. Okay, and you see peraturan akademik. Ini masih baru nih, masih hangat banget. And currently we don't have yet the English version, so it is still Indonesian version. Ya, jadi masih versi bahasa Indonesia. Tapi nggak apa-apa lah, kalian kan paham semua. Saya nggak ngelihat ada orang dari benua atau negara lain sih. Jadi ya kecuali tinggalnya di, so you're somewhere living out of Indonesia, but you are still Indonesian. So I expect that you can easily understand Indonesian literature. Yeah. So download the academic regulation 2021 because it says that it will be enforced starting with student from 2021 academic year. Ya, jadi ini berlakunya nggak berlaku surut, ya. Tapi ya berlaku mulai dari angkatan 2021 dan sesudahnya. Okay? Whereas the rest of the other students, they will still can hang on to the 2019. Ya. Jadi yang sebelumnya bisa. Tapi kalau kalian sih akan kena ini. Ya. Okay, so there are some minor changes. Ya, jadi perubahannya nggak banyak sih, ya, tapi ada, ya, ada yang berbeda. Okay, now I will not cover the whole 2021 academic rules or regulation book, but I will show you just some excerpt or point of or the things that you should pay attention. And you might want to check the book, okay? Because there's so many things might be to your interest if you want to know about what is in the regulation, ya. Jadi isinya banyak. Ada 14 bab, ya, 70 pasal, belum ayat-ayatnya. So I'm not going to cover all of them. So 14 chapters, 70 articles, but the rest, the paragraphs or the numbers, you feel free to go over them, okay? Starting from general terms up to closing provisions, okay? All right, so let me go over some of the most popular one, okay? Why don't you drop your wave hand? Ya, jadi itu udah turunkan, lower your hand, please. Nggak usah, nanti capek atau tangannya ngacung terus. Okay, so next, start with the meaning of one CRS or satu SKS. Yeah, I'm sure you have had enough of this, but let me remind you that one credit hours means 1 hour, roughly, or 50 minutes, effectively, of face-to-face session like this. Face-to-face through the camera. Yeah. Jadi kita bertemu muka, tapi online. Ya. Karena kalau offline masih banyak yang harus dipertimbangkan, ya. Di Amerika aja sekarang lagi pada bingung tuh, ya. Kenaikannya luar biasa, 10 kali lipat tuh. Jadi gegara mereka melonggarkan prokes. Nah, jadi sebaiknya hati-hatilah ya daripada kita urusan. Pandemi is still haunting us. Ya, jadi masih di mana-mana. Bersabarlah saja dulu. Ada saatnya nanti kita ketemu. So 1 hour, but in addition to that 1 hour, you should spend another 2 hours at least, okay, at least, to deal with the classes, to study, and if you happen to have lab work, that is the 1 hour structured activities. Ya, kalau praktikum, ya praktikumnya juga online sih sekarang. Itu termasuk yang kegiatan terstruktur. Termasuk di dalamnya tutorial ya. Tutorial is part of the structured activities. Ya. Kalau nggak ada, ya kalian harus ngarang sendiri. Okay. So you fill in your additional 2 hours by yourself. Okay. Be an adult, because according to my experience, do you know the key of success at ITB? Tahu caranya sukses? Marcelinus?
Time management, sir.
Wah, kamu gagah sekali time management. Ya, kalau saya dulu kalau menghadapi yang baru masuk, so whenever I see I'm receiving the new students, I told them about the story of Ruri Abangku. Pernah dengar nggak lagu Ruri Abangku? Ruri adalah abangku, rajin dan senang sekolah, dan seterusnya lah. Dengan menyandang tas di bahu, riang menuju sekolah. Ya. Jadi, so first of all, you need to pay attention to that song, although maybe the song is no longer popular. Carilah di YouTube ya, Ruri Abangku, and pay attention to the wordings, ya, the lyrics, very nice. So if you want to be successful as a student, always complete all courses with flying colors. Ya. Jadi nilainya bagus-bagus terus. Ingat lagu itu. Ya. Jadi nggak usah khawatir lah. Ya, nggak usah khawatir dengan apa kata Pak Tata itu kan ya. Wah, FTMD itu paling susah lulusnya. Ya, ada lagi lah bahasa Prancis tuh dibilangnya jalma moro, jalma mati. Ya. Even the ITB Ludruk, they used to have an episode that FTMD is what's so called Bermuda Triangle. So once you get in, difficult to get out. Nah, itu jadi bercanda gitu. Tapi kata saya sih, kalau ingat lagu Rudi Abangku sih nggak akan ada masalah yang sulit. Time management is one of the others, but just pay attention to the lyric, understand the lyric by heart, then you'll be successful. Yeah, school will be easy. Ya. Jadi ingat itu. Nah itu gunanya itu mengingatkan 3 jam, 1 jam kuliah. Nah 2 jamnya lagi apa? Ya itulah belajar, senang bersekolah, mengulang. Ya. Jarang itu di tempat saya tuh ngajar itu jarang sekali. Yang belajar, karena itu dapat A ya gampang lah. Begitu kalian masuk yang belajar, ya kamu dapat A. Ya, yang lain enggak. Okay, so it's easy. Alright, next. Normal load. Okay, you can take as many courses. Okay, as many courses as you want, but up to the allowable limit, which standard number is 20 CRS, 20 SKS per semester. Yeah. But for you guys, it's already prepared. You don't have the luxury to take the upper level classes. Ya. Kalau kalian ya tunjukkanlah dulu bahwa kalian bisa survive, bertahan hidup dengan menyelesaikan yang ada di menu itu aja. Ya. Nggak usah sampai 20 SKS lah, 18 aja dulu, selesaikan itu dengan baik, semua dapat A gitu ya, 4.0, then that's great. Okay, then maybe on the third semester you can take more. Ya, jadi nanti kalau udah semester 3, itu nanti ada ya, you can check 6 when you fill in your study program, isi FRS rencana studi itu. You see on the right, it says that the maximum number of credits that you can take, it will be written over there. Jadi kalau kita lupa aturannya apa nih? Ya pas isi rencana studi itu sebelum perwalian ya, lihat aja di situ. Ya, sebelah kiri itu akan ada angkanya. Berdasarkan IP yang kalian peroleh, boleh ambil berapa. Ya. Oke? Because well, given that you see 20 CRS, then you think about graduating early. Is it possible to accelerate? Well, of course it's possible. Ya, sudah barang tentu ada nih. Ya, cuman aturannya sekarang itu dibikin sedikit lebih susah. Jadi, so if your GPA, ya, NR-nya itu. Nanti kita kasih tahu gimana gitu NR. Is above 3.0. Then you can get 22. Above 3.5, if you have average 3.5, we will award you with cum laude. Ya. Kalau lebih dari 3,5 atau 3,5, lebih besar atau sama. 3,5. IP ya, IPK, cum laude pasti. Then you can get 24. All right. So by doing that, you can accelerate. Okay, accelerate your study. Okay. You can also take master course, but please pay attention to the maximum hours because the hourly rate, not the rupiah rate, but one SKS, 1 credit hours in master program is different than sarjana, okay, bachelor level. So you have to take it. You want to take master course, you plan to go on fast track, then these set of rules will apply. Ya, jadi ada syarat-syaratnya. Ya. Bisa, tapi jam-jamnya harus disesuaikan. Okay. So next, QA will be handled later on. So Kevin, if you want to raise question, I will answer your question later on. Otherwise, lower your head. Now, grades. As you might learn that we operate by letter grade. Ya. Jadi kita nggak pakai nilai absolut 0 sampai 100, ya, tapi pakai letter grade. So A, if we want to calculate your GPA, then A is equal to 4.0. Jadi ya memang agak lucu juga ya. Udah dapat angka nih ya. Misalnya dapat rata-rata 100. Udah pasti indeksnya A kan? Dah dapat A. Tapi begitu ngitung GPA, diangkakan lagi. Cuma jadi 4,0. Paling tinggi itu udah. Nggak bisa lebih tinggi dari itu. Ya. And the bracketing might be strange for you. Ya, jadi misalnya saya punya murid 3 orang. I suppose I have 3 students. The first one, his final score is 76. Second one is 73, while the third one is 69. Okay, then it's easy. So the 69 will get B, the 73 will get AB, and the 76 will get A. Okay, and the bracketing is not subject for discussion. Jadi jangan ditawar ya. Datang ke dosennya, Pak, ini Mbok ya 72 udah alah, saya kan udah berjuang mati-matian ini. No way, Jose. It's up to the lecturer, so it's not open for discussion. Ya, jadi jangan ditawar. Tapi bracketingnya memang ya bisa saja orang yang dapat A itu ada yang rata-ratanya 100 gitu ya. Top 99,9 udah kayak sepatu bata itu harganya kan 99,9 ya. Udah hampir mentok habis. Tapi ada yang 77 dapat A juga. Ya karena range-nya mengatakan lebih besar atau sama dengan 75 dapat A. Nah, so it's a relative way kind of scoring. Alright, so the bracketing doesn't say that this much will get A, but there is a specific range, and it will be decided entirely by the lecturer. Okay, and also it's not very good for you to ask for charity. Suppose you are in the fall in the borderline case. Jadi kalian pas di batasnya. Jadi karena itu kalau sesudah kita menerbitkan nilai itu biasanya selalu ada pertanyaan, ini A-nya dari nilai berapa sampai berapa? Terus biasanya nggak kita umumkan itu, ya. So to avoid confusion and all the fussy discussion, then normally it's not openly announced. But you may ask for your grades. Jadi bisa minta, mana berkasnya Pak? Saya lihat, kenapa saya. Jadi kalau mau mengadu gitu ya ke absolut aja. Kamu merasa ini saya benar nih Pak. Okay, but the grades, just like I've mentioned, eventually you get letter grade, and it goes from E to A. All right, so next, there is what's called T grade, incomplete. Apa itu? Nah, ini mungkin saya keluar dulu nih dari PowerPoint saya ke aturan akademik. Okay, so check chapter 5 article 38. Ini ada bagusnya yang aturannya sekarang itu ada bookmarks ya. Jadi kita bisa ke bookmarks ini bagian 1, 2 gitu ya. Apa SKS, terus ini kita mau tentang apa pasal 38 bab 5 ya. Jadi S3 mana? Bab 4 itu dasar ulang. Bab 5 pelayanan akademik ya. Terus beban ini percepatan studi ya. Jadi pasal 38 ya, tebak ya sinilah siapa tahu. Oh 34 baru. 35. Oh prestasi akademik, sorry ini bab 6. Chapter 6. 38 chapter 6. Okay. Okay, 38. All right. So it says that number one, ayat pertama, you're supposed to check your grades. Now, if you want to check your grade early, make sure you fill in the questionnaire. Oke. Jadi sebelum sesudah ujian akhir, sebelum nilai keluar itu ada pengisian kuesioner. Itu ada tanggal-tanggalnya ya. So don't miss the deadline, because if you miss the deadline, then you cannot see or pick your grades before everything is said and done. Jadi kita bisa tahu nilai sesudah semuanya masuk, batas DNA itu terlewati, baru kita bisa ngelihat. Tapi kalau melihat dalam proses ya, kan ada dosen-dosen yang memberi nilai dengan lebih cepat gitu ya. Terus kamu cek itu udah ada. Nah, kalau kamu mau lihat nilai kamu, pastikan kalian mengisi questionnaire. Because so there is no penalty whatsoever if you miss the questionnaire. However, you cannot pick your grades before everything is said and done. Sebelum semuanya berakhir, tanggal DNA, tenggat DNA itu terlewati, nggak bisa lihat. Ya. Nah, ada nilai T itu, ya. What's T grade? It's incomplete. Suppose you miss an exam, midterm exam nggak ikut, ya, atau karena sesuatu dan lain hal. Ya. Koneksi bermasalah, wah kan bisa ya. Your connection really got messed because you have power failure, whatever. Then you miss the exam. Okay, don't worry too much. Online, this is part of the online. Okay, online connection, exam, part of the game is that you will lose connection. Itu udah biasa lah ya, wajar dan sering juga. Nggak apa namanya? Kadang tidak bisa dihindari. Ya, ada yang kalau ujian terus ke kafe, we go to restaurant. So because you want to rely on the power failure, no power failure, because the restaurant will have a generator, set automatic genset, and also a good internet connection. Ya. Jadi ke kafe, nggak dilarang juga, silahkan aja. Ya. Tapi kalau kalian miss karena satu dan lain hal, nah dikasih T dulu. Jangan khawatir, ya. It doesn't. You will not lose your right, okay? Because last term, for example, one of my students, she missed the exam because she was sick, and I gave a makeup exam, then eventually she gets an A. Ya, jadi dapat A juga bisa. Ya. Jangan khawatir. However, if you miss the deadline of the T grade, automatically it becomes E. Now that's something that you don't want to have. Ya, nggak mau lah kita ya. Waduh, masa dapat E ya? Sorry lah. Jadi jangan sampai tenggatnya terlampaui. Okay? So that's why you need to download, in addition to academic regulation, academic calendar. Ya. Jadi pastikan kalian download dua itu. Academic calendar itu akan berbicara kapan tenggat untuk nilai, kapan ujian, kapan deadline untuk T, kapan harus perwalian. You're not supposed to miss all those deadlines. So please make sure you download academic calendar. It's also available homepage of 6, at the homepage of 6. Ya. Jadi termasuk revisi-revisinya ya. Ini sering direvisi juga tuh. Libur-libur gitu, tiba-tiba libur bertambah atau berkurang. Okay. So next, after the T grade, NR IPK, this is basically the formula how you recalculate, or the system, the 6 calculate your grades, GPA. So based on this formula, your grades, letter grade, change into number, A becomes 4, AB becomes 3.5, multiplied by the credits, we sum all of them, divided by the number of credit hours. Then we calculate and get a number for NR, IP, IPK. Okay? And they work for different purposes. NR, ya, nilai rata-rata itu biasanya untuk tadi akselerasi tadi. Ya. How many credits can you take next term? It depends on your NR, ya, nilai rata-rata. Whereas your IP is basically just saying what's the final version of your GPA. IPK cumulative, it will take into account those courses that you flunk. Jadi kalau gagal, misalnya nilai kita suatu saat dapat E, nah di IPK tetap dihitung tuh, ya, because it will determine whether you are entitled for a cum laude or not. Take for example, cum laude. Ya. Jadi kalau kita mau cum laude nih, 3,5. Tapi 3,5-nya ini dapat dari mana? Kan bisa aja saya sekali ngambil dapat C. Wah, ngambil lagi semester depan. Naik jadi A. AC-nya dihitung nggak? Dihitung kalau IPK. Ya. Kalau IP nggak. Okay. So IP, GPA is your clean sheet. Whereas IPK, we will remember the past. Okay. Jadi itu bedanya, ya. Cara menghitungnya sederhana, silakan lihat bab 6 ayat pasal nomor 40, ya. When will I be declared lulus? Let's take a peek. Okay. Pasal 41. 41. Okay. Then you will be declared completed if you have completed all courses and your minimum GPA is 2.0. Jadi sebetulnya nggak susah juga ya. Lulus gitu dapat C aja semua. C semua kan 2,0. Tapi ya nggak enak lah ya. Kalau 2,0 kan ya kita harus punya jurus-jurus yang lain untuk cari kerja ya. 2.0, oh that's not enough. So you should attempt to get 4.0. Okay, because if it falls short, then maybe 3.5. Ya. Jadi kalau kita nge-shoot itu kan, you should aim high, okay? Although aim small, miss small, but you should aim high. Jadi, wah berusaha dapat A gitu, ting, meleset, ya 3,8, cum laude juga. 3,5 atau 3,2 ya masih bagus lah. Ya. Oke, jadi jangan shoot pas-pasan 2,0. Okay? And there will be a meeting called judicium. Judicium that will determine your completion of study. Now, some people even they like to hold their judicium. For example, those who plan to be an exchange student. Jadi ada juga justru orang bisa menawar nih judicium itu, saya jangan diluluskan, dirapatkan dulu. Kenapa? Saya mau exchange dulu. Because exchange, then you should be a student, still a student. Because if you are no longer a student, then you can have the luxury to join exchange program with Hiroshima or Hokkaido, whatever, or with Singapore. Okay, you're still a student. You can go for exchange. Nah, terus ada sih orang yang terus memperlambat, menunda. Okay, no, it's covered in chapter 41. Okay, all right. Maximum length of study. How long can I goof around at ITB? Maximum 6 years. I think it's popular number. Okay, you can graduate. So it's Article 52-57. Okay, 52-57. Waktu studi 52. Okay, 57. Maximum 6 years. All right. 6 years, you should complete your undergraduate study. Now, if you, for some reason, you cannot complete, then either you resign, okay, or you move to another school. Resign and move to another school. Okay, so let me go to the next issue. Can I take a break of school? Of course. So you fed up with school, you feel like you don't like to go to school, then you write a letter saying that you want to take a break. Jadi kita mau berhenti dulu. Ada ya. It's regulated in section 60. Ya, jadi ada penghentian studi sementara. Ya. So you can ask for to take a break, maximum 2 semester, 1 year. Okay, 2 semester. However, during your leave, you are still entitled, you still have to register for zero credit hours. So you still pay tuition, 50%. Okay, 50% tuition. Then 0 SKS. You don't have to take anything. Maybe you want to do something with your life, or you want to think over about what's the meaning of life, then you can take a break 2 semester, maximum. But the duration, maximum duration 6 years still hold. Ya, jadi meskipun ambil break, kalian tetap masa studinya nggak bertambah. Jadi, ambil setahun ya, ambil setahun cuti setahun. Terus masa studinya jadi 7 tahun, enggak, tetap 6 tahun. Ya. Jadi begitu masuk, nah udah berkurang argonya dengan setahun kalian cuti atau 1 semester kalian cuti. Ya. Okay, so those are examples, excerpts. So you can ask more questions during the QA. Yeah. Can I get kicked out of school? In the sense that ask for your retirement? Well, obviously, yes. For example, during your first year, TPB, ya, TPB, if your GPA is less than 1.0, let me show the rule. Okay, ada nih pasal 61. Okay, penghentian studi, termination of study, if your GPA is less than 1.0, then we will terminate your study at ITB. Okay, or you cannot complete after 2 years for the first year or 6 years. Okay, depending on when you're at. Okay, so last issue that, as an example of this session, pindah program studi. Can I move to another study program? Okay, I see the other field is greener pasture, ya. Rumput tetangga lebih hijau, ya. Gimana kalau kita pindah aja, ya? Ada syarat-syaratnya, syarat ketentuan berlaku, okay? Terms and conditions. Now, if you are accepted through peminatan, just like the other day, a student, siapa yang waktu itu minggu lalu tanya, saya dari material, program peminatan, iya. Nah, kalau peminatan nggak boleh, ya. Mau lihat kok kayaknya terbang-terbang di aerospace enak. Matematikanya banyak banget tuh di aerospace. Pening kalian. Tapi ya kalau mau pindah, sorry, karena udah masuk peminatan nggak boleh. Ya. Entah kalau ngulang lagi dari awal, tapi lain cerita itu. Ya. So you have to resign from one program, enter as a fresh student. Maybe you can start all over again. Yeah. Now, if you are not peminatan, then you can think about changing study program. However, there are also terms and conditions. All right, you should be at least spend 4 semester. Oke, jadi yakinkan dulu kalian selesai 4 semester di program studi yang akan ditinggal. And your GPA should be no less than 3.5. Makin susah aja nih. Benar ya Pak Ferry ya? Makin susah aja nih dunia. Dulu rasanya nggak setinggi.
Iya, Pak.
Jadi aturan 2021 rupanya banyak yang mau pindah. Greener pasture ini. Kursus rumput yang lebih hijau makin banyak rupanya. Nah, jadi kalau mau pindah, nomor 1 adalah kita sudah 4 semester di prodi yang lama. IP tidak kurang dari 3,5. Waduh, berat, men. Ya, baru kita bisa mengajukan diri untuk pindah. Itu pun harus ada coming to terms. Jadi ini ada pindah dari program studi A ke B. Yang ditinggalkan ya kalau sudah persyaratan terpenuhi mungkin bersedia. Tapi yang mau nerima nih, dia juga akan lihat-lihat. Ini IP tinggi, tapi terus catatan-catatan di kemahasiswaan kok kayaknya rada payah nih secara moral dan mentalitas, dia bisa jadi menolak. Ya. Tapi harus setuju dua belah pihak. Then you can move. Right? And it happens in the past. Ya, ada aja yang pindah. Saya pernah, rasanya udah mau lulus nanti. Udah mau lulus pindah dari material ke mesin. Tadi bukan peminatan. Tadi
Belum lulus Pak Pulung.
Ya hampir.
Hampir.
Itu di grup saya soalnya, hampir. She's almost done. Tapi ya itu, melalui berbagai persyaratan ini, boleh. Apalagi kalau pindah di halaman sendiri, satu fakultas mungkin lebih mudah. Ya. But the requirements, terms and conditions, it's kind of tough. Okay, 4 semester 3.5. That's not piece of cake ya. Dapat 3,5 berat tuh ya. Okay, so that will be my last slide. Isn't that nice? Okay, so thank you very much. Terima kasih. Then let's continue with QA. All right, the QA will go like this. It's basically you write your question through chat. Okay, your question through chat, and if I cannot answer, then I will pass it to my colleagues. Ya, jadi kalau saya nggak bisa jawab ya gampang lah, tinggal kita kita cek saja, bisa bantu ya. Jadi silahkan kalian mengetik di chat itu, kolom chat, apa yang mau ditanyakan. Kalau nggak ada pertanyaan, wah, that's nice, good for me, good for you. Then I'll stop the session, so we can go home early, in the sense that we can stop the session. Okay, if you have question, type it. Nah, itu udah dibantu Pak Ferry ya. Ketik saja di kolom chat ya. Silahkan. Sementara saya menikmati air. So I'll take a break. In mechanical engineering, we say it's part of maintenance. It's called lubrication. Lubricate your system. Very important. Today's attendance. Oh, ini yang nanya tadi. So I have mentioned in the beginning that I will test EduNext. Okay. So type one very short line at EduNext. Comment. Ya, kalau di EduNext, let me check EduNext. Okay. My EduNext.
But the discussion is not open yet, sir.
Not open? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Maybe it's my EduNext. I don't know about the others.
I think Aberton not in Pak Pulung's class.
Oh. Alberto,
Albert,
international student. Kalau
international student.
International student?
Yes, IUP.
Oh, well, let me see. Let me uh, maybe I should stop share. The easiest way is I open the self-attendance check, okay, at 6. So while I'm waiting for question, I will open the self-attendance. Jadi silahkan bertanya dulu, ngetik-ngetik di situ. Ya, okay. Let me see. Ya, ada yang mau bertanya kah? Tidak ada, bagus.
Ada 2 pertanyaan Pak Pulung.
Oh,
Or maybe more. So there's a question from Marcelinus.
oke, Marce. Ini mulai dari yang mana dulu nih?
Yang paling atas dulu Pak. Are there any regulation regarding expulsion besides academic violations like
Oh,
cheating?
yeah. Actually, there is, if you look at 2019, there 2019 the regulation consists of 2 parts. Ada 2 bagian tuh, ya. Academic and student regulation, student activity. Ya, jadi itu ada aturan dulu namanya sih kalau bahasa Indonesia akademik dan kemahasiswaan. So what you have now is only the academic regulation. Aturan akademiknya aja, belum yang kemahasiswaan. Sudah barang itu ada tuh. Wah, kalau ini yang menyangkut moralitas ya. Ya itu kalau itu lebih seru tuh ya. So take for example in the past ada mahasiswa yang masuk ITB itu udah jadi jagoan ya, udah jadi preman dari dulunya lah ya. So wah jago berkelana. Nah terus ketemu botol ketemu tutup tuh ya, jadi ketemu lawan. So they indulge in a fight right in front of the first year office. Jadi kalau di kampus ITB itu ada kantor TPB, itu seberangnya ada oktagon ya, kuliah common facility ya, common, and they indulge a fight right in front of TPB office. Jadi semua orang bisa nonton, weh, ore, ramai ya. Nah itu di aturan kemahasiswaan ada. Okay. So you will be terminated because of your behavior. So behavior control. Kalau ini udah banyak, ada banyak contoh nih. Waduh, susah lah, malu. Yang blue film juga ada lah. Ya. Anything that is way beyond morality that cannot be explained in the session, but there are so many things. Yeah. Now it is covered in the aturan kemahasiswaan. And you violate the items, then you will face the discipline committee. Waduh, itu seru itu. Ya. Dipanggil di Komdis tuh, komite disiplin, profesor-profesor tua-tua gitu ya. Gitu ya. Setiap kali satu kata batuk gitu. Waduh. Ya, kalian bisa menangis ya. Ya jadi cheating, plagiarism, that's easy actually. If you cheat, please don't cheat. However, cheating is okay as long as you not get caught. You don't get caught, then ya kan kalau bisa mencuri itu kan nggak ketahuan nggak apa-apa toh. Ya aman-aman aja. Secara moralitas nggak bagus. Ya. Tapi kalau kalian ketahuan, nah mengakulah ya, be frank to yourself, go to the lecturer and admit your wrongdoings. Okay? Then we might be very lenient, ya nggak usah sampai ke Komdis lah kalau yang kayak gitu ya. Kita isapi perdamaian aja, oke? Okay? So we have a nice chat and maybe you will get your penalty, but educational one and ya. Jadi tapi ada tuh ya, ada aturan-aturan yang aneh-aneh yang. Jadi kalau perbuatan mahasiswa ada yang aneh-aneh juga sih. Kadang-kadang ya masih anak-anak juga ada aja perbuatan mereka yang ya, some students are really not FTMD, okay? I haven't heard that much FTMD got involved. Atau ada juga ya. Sorry, ya. Can student ask to do extra credit work? Ini rasanya udah pernah ya. What do you mean extra credit? Ini coba Aurelia, turn your mic on. What do you mean extra credit?
For example, they want to raise their credit by doing some extra work.
Extra work? Oh, if you want to get credits, then it has to be taken into account. The way to take credits taken into account is by scheduling in a course. Jadi kalau di teknik mesin, you plan to, are you international student, Aurelia? Mechanical or aero?
Mechanical, Pak.
Mechanical. Di teknik mesin ada namanya. Masih ada Pak Ferry ya? Yang electives yang bisa apa namanya untuk kalau kita apa namanya magang segala itu.
Yang pengembangan keprofesian Pak, ada.
Ya kan? Keprofesian.
Ya, ada Pak.
So you register your work through those classes. Okay? So you only have to submit report. Basically you talk to Pak Sandro if you're mechanical and explain to Pak Sandro, okay, ini saya punya kegiatan ini Pak. So I have this activity. I want to earn the credit for my work. Okay? Then if he says okay, then you register through that slot. Okay? Keprofesian. You can get up to 9. Berapa? Totalnya berapa Pak Ferry? Saya nggak terlalu hafal.
Ada.
Lumayan.
Pengembangan keprofesian, Pak.
Ya.
Pengembangan keprofesian ada ABC. Jadi 1, 2, 3 masing-masing.
Total 6 berarti?
6. Di mesin ya? Ketika mesin.
So up to 6 credit hours. Lumayan kan? Itu bisa elektif 6 kredit tuh. Banyak tuh. Ya. Nilainya bisa ABC. A, B gitu ya. Tergantung nanti ada komite yang menilai nanti reportnya. Nah gitu Aurelia. Jadi bisa banget. Ya. Seberapanya mahasiswa di FTMD yang dikeluarkan drop out karena IPTB di bawah 1? Pak Ferry ada informasi tuh?
Kalau itu kayak mending Pak Kaprodi deh Pak yang jawab.
Setahu saya sih sedikit.
Di bawah.
Very few.
Saya kalau nggak salah Pak, sekitar 3-5%, tapi itu termasuk yang mengundurkan diri. Artinya dia awal-awal tuh daftar, tapi nggak pernah masuk kuliah, itu seperti itu.
Ya itu kalau itu lain lah itu. Tapi kalau yang benar-benar IP kurang dari 1 itu
nggak ada.
Dari 300 sekian itu mungkin sedikit sekali.
Itu angka ITB sih Pak 5%, Pak 3-5%.
Oh iya ITB. Ini dia tanya FTMD. FTMD yang DO karena IPTB di bawah 1. Sepengetahuan saya sedikit sekali. Ya. Jadi minimal masih 1, ya. Tapi Nasakom itu nasib 1, itu ya. Ada itu 1, ya. Jadi you can still get an extension. Terus biasanya sih lolos juga. Ya. Tapi kalau sampai langsung di smash di tahun pertama kok rasanya sedikit. Program bidang studi, apakah mahasiswa dari jalur mandiri dapat mengajukan pindah ke mandiri ya? Mandiri itu langsung ke prodi ya, Pak?
Yang sekarang iya, Pak.
Iya, Pak.
Yang
Wah, itu termasuk
jelas.
peminatan. Berarti mandiri kan termasuk peminatan, toh? Nggak bisa itu. Karena mandiri udah masuk teknik mesin atau material atau aero ya TD ya teknik dirgantara nggak bisa. Itu termasuk. Tapi yang betul-betul masuk mesin tingkat 1-nya masih bisa lari kemana-mana itu. Nah, yang seperti itu yang bisa pindah ke program studi berikutnya. Yang lain. Oke. Semoga menjawab ya Habib. Is it possible to get a copy of this PowerPoint? Sure. I'll pass it to Pak Ferry and I will put in my EduNext so everybody can get a copy. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Terima kasih semua. Wah, udah selesai. That's nice. Okay, if no more question, then I leave it up to coordinator. Aduh, Pak Koordinator, kita bisa pulang lebih awal ini.
Okay, thank you, Pak Pulung. I think I have one announcement for all the students. Please fill in the form to register the email address to mailing list FTMB 2021. So we usually every year we have the mailing list to share maybe the announcement or something else via the mailing list. So we need your email address. So please fill in please fill the form that I have posted in the chat and fill in by using your email. Oh, one more question, Pak Pulung, from
Ya.
Alberto.
Oh,
Apakah untuk pertemuan hari ini kita butuh buat
by the
tugas
way,
yang
I have
terkait?
opened the self attendance check. Jadi hari ini udah saya hidupkan itu ya. So the international student. Oops.
Okay, is there any question? So don't forget you have to write a resume about today's meeting around 1 until 2 pages. And you can submit in to the EduNext or MSkim, depend on your lecturers. Any other question? Ini kelihatannya sudah nggak ada pertanyaan ya Pak Pulung ya?
Iya, jadi bisa di stop nih.
Okay, I think there's no more question. From Kevin, sir, I filled the mailing list twice because I accidentally put this in my ITB email. Is it okay? Yes, no problem. Okay, Satria. Okay, open your mic.
Sir, I got a question about the report. So is there's like a certain format that you want us to write for the report?
Open format. It's basically a resume, okay? Based on your attendance or your involvement in the session, then you write 1 page. Okay, 1 page, maximum 2 pages. Let's say, for example, during the session, Pak Pulung start with the song Mana Jempol, whatever, okay, and then explain about academic regulation, followed by QA. There was a quiz on several questions, blah, 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 and that's it, okay? So
Okay,
minimum,
thank you, sir.
You submit, we will open, no, I haven't gotten the time to open, but we'll open a slot at EduNext. Jadi di EduNext nanti ada slot, pasti ada bunyinya lah ya. Silahkan kirim. Ya, kita percobaan, saya baru coba juga. Kalau di MS Teams pasti bisa. Ya.
Okay, so it's due Friday, September 10th, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, any other question? Oh, should we write in the resume
Ah.
in English or in Indonesian?
That's a good question. If you are an international student, then it's compulsory that you write in English. Okay, I forgot to mention that because if you are an international student, then supposedly the class is conducted in English. That's why you have to write all exams, all kind of submission. It has to be in English. Okay. In the past, I have had the opportunity that during the exam, a student answered in Indonesian. Okay. Then I penalize the person, because that's the way how things going in the international class. All right. Please do not answer or submit your report if you are an international student. Otherwise, you're free to choose, as long as it is not in Sundanese or Javanese or any other local language. Indonesian, English, okay, will be accepted. Ya, jelas ya. Tapi itu yang international student dulu ada yang nulis bahasa Indonesia, nggak boleh itu ya. Sorry, buddy. You have to answer everything in English. Even in class, supposedly. Ya, ada lagi? Oh, udah sepi nih.
Ya, sudah nggak ada, Pak.
Oh, udah mulai ngantuk-ngantuk si Danis tuh, mulai ngantuk-ngantuk.
Minta diajak nyanyi lagi, Pak Pul.
Nah, waktu pengumpulan sudah dimulai. Waduh, belum, men. Belum lah, baru juga. Ini masih cuap-cuap begini, mana sempat ngeklik Edunext. I haven't gotten the time to edit my Edunext to open the slot.
Okay, I think there's no more question.
Itu Pak Ferry,
Yes, Pak Rianto, silakan, Pak.
tuh dijelasin tadi jempol kecepit itu apa artinya? Yo. Kan, oh.
Itu kayaknya saya serahkan ke Pak Kaprodi mesin deh.
Gimana? Jadi Pak Pulung sudah mengenalkan itu kan genggam mesin itu.
Pak Pulung aja udah bisa gitu. Dari awal. Kita cuma yang ngikutin aja kita di bawah-bawah itu. Filosofinya gimana tuh?
Monggo Pak Pulung.
It's part of the funny tradition. Actually, it doesn't have any meaning.
Ya.
Nggak secara spesifik ada artinya. Jadi itu cuma rame-ramean aja.
Rame-ramean zaman OS dulu Pak ya.
Jadi nggak spesifik. Termasuk 3 strip itu juga study solidarity society, ya itu sesuatu yang direka cipta untuk
rame-rame.
Ada kenangan lah ya. Oh, tapi don't be too serious about it.
Ya. Itu misteri, nanti silakan Anda mencari tahu setelah masuk ke FTMD nanti. Silakan cari tahu sendiri.
Kenapa kok genggam scene-nya itu kok gitu ya?
Iya, gitu.
Itu sampai orang yang tua-tua juga kalau
wisudawan itu pas lulus
itu boys.
Dapat plakat itu, plakat begini, Pak.
Iya.
Iya, yang
orang tuanya yang protes.
Itu saya ada tuh Pak plakat itu.
Apa kayak
plakat genggam
iya.
Jangan terlalu serius lah.
Ya. Nanti cari tahu aja kalau sudah masuk ke tanya sama kakak angkatannya tuh artinya apa, kenapa kok apa seperti form apa cukup dianggap sesuatu yang umum di FTMD lah apa ya menyenangkan dan
jadi nggak selalu ada artinya. Sebagai contoh ya, di University of Michigan itu mereka teriak go blue, go blue gitu ya. Terus saya di sana itu memang mereka ada suka warna itu maize and blue, warna apa itu maize and blue. Tapi setelah dilacak apa nih dari mana ya cuman supaya rame kayak bunyinya kan go blue gitu ya. Go blue kayaknya apa enak dilontarkan.
Iya.
Tapi dilacak-lacak ya
Iseng aja awalnya Pak ya.
termasuk lambang-lambangnya juga ya. Lambangnya milih. Misalnya temannya Pak Joko sekolah dulu Pennsylvania Penn State itu terus milih ada beruang kutub gitu ya kayak apa namanya. Terus tapi ya kenapa binatang itu yang dipilih bukan misalnya cecak atau apalah yang tupai gitu ya, squirrel gitu ya, kenapa nggak milih? Nah itu apa namanya? Ya ini cuma main-mainan aja.
Ya, silakan dielaborate sendiri itu.
Okay, any other things?
Kok diem semua ini ya?
Ya baik-baik semua nih. Atau ya waktunya mengantuk.
Jam ngantuk Pak.
Jam segini udah.
Hari Jumat lagi.
Iya, hari Jumat.
Wah, harus olahraga ala Pak Zainal yang dikasih kan ting ting ting. Wah. Saya coba badan saya sakit semua. Aduh, cilaka. Saya coba.
Oh, one more question. Adakah informasi mengenai kuliah offline?
Not at the moment, not ITB, oke? Coba, rasanya ITB belum
ada.
Si jauh lah. Malah yang ada itu we have extension of PKBM. Yeah, we extend. Dia lower level schools they attempt, but I don't know what's the reason to rush di offline. Iya tuh, dari TK sampai SMA itu kok ada tekanan, tapi menurut saya aneh. Terlepas dari mau masuknya itu cuma 25% atau berapa persen. Tapi kalau yang ITB setahu saya sih
belum ada kepastian.
Jangan.
Jadi mungkin kalau nambahin sedikit untuk informasi bagi Anda itu ya memang belum ada ketentuan atau belum ada keputusan perencanaan kapan kita mau luring atau mau offline. Tapi perlu dipertimbangkan kalau ada yang nanya, tapi SMP, SMA kok sudah gitu, ITB atau universitas kok belum? Masalahnya adalah Anda atau mahasiswa biasanya tuh sekolahnya tidak di kotanya. Banyak, contohnya ITB, mahasiswanya itu banyak dari luar kota. Nah, Anda bayangkan kalau ITB menyatakan kita buka sekarang, pasti akan ada mobilisasi dari semua daerah di Indonesia menuju Bandung. Nah, ini kan jadi permasalahan yang harus dipikirkan juga. Jadi tidak semudah kalau misalnya SMP, SMA, itu kan sifatnya lokal ya, mungkin yang bergerak ya cuma orang di kota itu. Nah, itu yang masih dalam pertimbangan dan harus ya kita juga harus melihat resiko-resikonya lah. Jadi sabar aja, tenang. Yang penting berdoa mudah-mudahan semester depan, mudah-mudahan dalam waktu dekat bisa luring. Saya nggak mau ngomong semester depan atau semester berapa lah. Nanti tambah membuat harapan kosong, nanti bahaya. Itu Pak Sandro juga tahu tuh kayaknya. Tapi nggak mau ngomong itu.
Jadi bulan Juli lalu kita udah siap-siap mau ada eksperimen begitu, untuk praktikum gitu, untuk praktikum. Semua udah siap, alat material udah siap, asisten udah siap. Tiba-tiba pandeminya kan peak ya, naik begitu kan. Akhirnya dibatalin itu semuanya. Nggak jadi. Jadi ya memang sangat dinamis ya kondisinya. Memang angin surganya ada sih, itu dari Dirdik. Jadi kemungkinan ada rencana katanya mau ada kampus tour. Kampus tour kayak gimana sih kita tahu untuk angkatan 2021, tapi di bulan November sekaligus dengan praktikum FIDAS dan KIDAS, fisika dasar dan kimia dasar, tapi masih belum pasti ke semua. Itu aja. Yang jelas kuliahnya by default semuanya secara online. Gitu, semester ini ya.
Nggak usah ada yang kuliah aja, yang sakit banyak.
Iya.
Okay, those who come to the office and got infected, there are quite a few. Nggak usah pakai macam-macam. Pegawai yang masuk itu sudah dari satu orang ke orang yang lain. Jadi kelas gitu. Jadi buru-buru mahasiswa masuk wah lebih dahsyat. So for the time being, I think we would rather to be very conservative about the offline session.
Oke, I think udah nggak ada pertanyaan ya. So if you have no question, I think we can end this class until here. So don't forget to write your report, and next week we will the session will be presented by Pak Sandro.
Tadi yang menang siapa tuh Pak Ferry?
Oh iya, yang menang ini saya ditekan NIM-nya, nanti tolong hubungi saya ya. You can contact me by my email. My email is I will write in the column chat. F-nya kecil.
Ya, Ferianto with lowercase f.
Oke, yang menang ada 8 orang ya. Jadi
Plus
satu
3
pertanyaan
kaprodi
tadi.
ya?
Oh ya, 5 orang tambah 3 kaprodi.
3 kaprodi. Cukup materi.
Boleh.
Oke, yang pertama 1692174. Oke.
Ditulis aja Pak Ferry nanti itu.
Oh, diketik.
Diketik kan.
Biar deg-degan, Pak. Oke. Yang kedua 169211119.
Oleh.
Yang